Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of NASCAR SUPERTEAMS, Team Penske. Roger Penske is a legend in the world of both open-wheel and stock car racing. The same year that Team Penske won their first Indianapolis 500 in 1972, with Mark Donahue driving, the team made the first 12 starts in the NASCAR Cup Series with 3 different drivers behind the wheel. Mark Donahue, one of Team Penske's most important drivers at the time, made the first 4 starts driving the number 16 Matador for the team. His best start was 3rd at Riverside in the spring, and his best finish was 15th at Atlanta in the spring. Dave Marcis made 7 starts, 6 in the number 16 and 1 in the number 2 Matador. His best start was 5th at Darlington in the spring, and his best finish was 7th twice at both Darlington and Rockingham in the fall. Overall, in 7 starts, he scored 3 top 10s. Bobby Allison made 1 start for the team at Riverside in the summer, starting 6th and finishing 3rd. The next season, in 1973, Team Penske made 10 NASCAR Cup Series starts, 2 with Mark Donahue behind the wheel of the number 16 Matador. As well, Donahue was able to find victory lane for the first time in the NASCAR Cup Series for both he and Team Penske. His best start was 4th, and his best finish was 1st, both coming at Riverside in the spring. Dave Marcis made 8 starts behind the wheel of the number 2 AMC Matador. His best start was 6th at Rockingham in the spring, and his best finish was 5th at Rockingham in the fall. Overall, in his 8 starts, he scored 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s. Now, in 1974, Penske had 3 different drivers make starts behind the wheel of one of his race cars. Gary Bettenhausen made 5 starts the first half of the 74 Cup Series season, driving the number 16 AMC Matador. His best start was 2nd twice at Atlanta and Talladega in the spring. His best finish was 4th at Michigan in the summer. Overall, in those 5 starts, he scored 1 top 5 and 3 top 10s. Dave Marcis returned to the team to make another start, his only of the season for Penske. He started 5th and finished 6th at Darlington in the spring, driving the number 16 AMC Matador. George Fulmer, he also made 1 start for Roger Penske in 1974 in the NASCAR Cup Series, driving the number 16 RC Cola Matador at Riverside in the summer. He started 1st and finished 33rd after falling out of the race on lap 7 with engine issues. Bobby Allison, he made 7 starts for Penske, driving a number 12 Coca-Cola Matador to finish out the season in 1974. His best start was 2nd at Daytona in the summer, and his best finish was 1st at Ontario in the fall. So, in 7 starts, Allison scored 1 win, 5 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. The following season, in 1975, Roger Penske settled on just having Bobby Allison behind the wheel of his number 16 Coca-Cola AMC Matador, running about 2/3 of the season, making 19 starts. Allison's best start was 1st 3 times at Riverside, both races, and Pocono in the summer. His best finish was 1st 3 times at Darlington both races and Riverside in the spring. Overall, in 19 starts, he scored 3 poles, 3 wins, 10 top 5s, and 10 top 10s. The team did have 9 engine failures in just 19 starts. Not to mention that the Matador was not very aerodynamic at all. Due to this, Roger Penske asked American Motor Company to change the nose of the car for the 1976 season. They declined, and that led Penske to switching to Mercury's for the 76 Cup Series season. Allison also made his 2nd Indy 500 start, driving for Penske, starting 13th and finishing 25th. He led lap 24 and was in the top 10 for the first half of the race. For the 1976 NASCAR Cup Series season, Bobby Allison remained with the Penske team. This season, he was behind the wheel of a number 2 Cam 2 Oil Mercury full time. His best start was 1st twice at Riverside and Richmond in the spring, and his best finish was 2nd twice at Riverside in the summer and Richmond in the fall. Overall, he scored 2 poles, 0 wins, 15 top 5s, and 19 top 10s, en route to a solid 4th and final point standings. Penske really scaled back his NASCAR efforts starting in 1977, when he only had Dave Marcis make 12 starts in his number 2 Cam 2 Oil Chevrolet. His best start was 5th at Riverside in the spring, and his best finish was 4th, 4 times, at Riverside, Richmond, and Nashville in Fairgrounds in the spring, and Michigan in the summer. Overall, he scored 5 top 5s and 7 top 10s in just 12 starts. A few years later, in 1980, Penske gave a future champion and a future driver that would help build the foundation of his current NASCAR Super Team his first couple career NASCAR Cup Series starts. Rusty Wallace made those 2 starts driving a number 16 Chevrolet. His best start was 7th, and his best finish was 2nd, both coming in his Cup Series debut in Atlanta in the spring. So, in the 1970s, Roger Penske tried to make the jump from open wheel to NASCAR, and did find some success, but did not have the right partners in place to make the full jump at this time. In the next episode, in part 2, you'll see Roger Penske enter into the NASCAR Cup Series full-time, while remaining in other forms of auto racing as well. We hope you enjoyed part 1 of NASCAR Super Teams, Team Penske. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.